Hey guys, I dropped my glove again. Do you want to wear them? I'm not wearing them. Right now, we're hiking a mountain. This is Lindsay. Just wanted to say hello to all my haters and let you know I love you. Appreciate you checking up and making sure that I have integrity. And as you can see, I'm back at camp. So hopefully those guys that are questioning me, asking about my intentions, will be able to come and shake my hand and say thank you. So we're getting ready for a veterans march. Stay warm, yeah. It's a storm right now. It's pretty brutal, as you can probably see. Woo! Woo! You can see Lindsay coming up behind me. Way! So, very strangely, well, not strangely, my snore's weak. It was perfect a second ago. This wind is bitter. You see people starting to fall down here on the road. As you look back, you barely see camp. The camp is huge. Camp is huge right now. So many people have come to stand up. And what I want to tell you guys is this is not over. This is not over by a long, long way. Because the statement from Energy Transfer Partners talks about being able to just ride roughshod and ignore everything. Lindsay's falling down the hill as we speak. There seems to be a barrier here, I'm not sure what it's for. However,
they have pulled back from the bridge.
If I show you the bridge, which I need to point the camera the other way to do that. No, I don't. Hang about. Oh. So this is really hard to show you right now. Okay, that's the bridge. As you can see, there are to be able to see. Oh man. So I'm trying to show you, but it's so hard to show you anything right now. You can see there's a ton of snow, which means you can't see anything on my camera. There's a bunch of people. Let me show you the bridge again. Now there's no snow. As you can see, this was where the atrocities happened. As you can see right now, appears to be very empty on the far side right now. Morton County have pulled back. They're not visible right now. It doesn't mean they're not here somewhere. It just means it's white and I can't see them. I agree that the Dakota Access Pipeline and Energy Transfer Partners need to pull out of here. Absolutely. So what you're going to see forming up and coming this way soon is a march of veterans. Yeah, you're right, it is a total whiteout. I'm trying to keep the lens clean for you. Maybe I have to employ Lindsay. But as you can see, there are people out here braving this, stood in this. Hill and go and see what some of the signs say. I just wanted to show you what this looks like right now. I have a red nose, and I am not Rudolph. But I could sing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer because it's about that time of year. Put your fingers in your pocket. Well, take my gloves. Look, I've got gloves on my hands. You wear that. That's yours to wear. My fingers are going to fall off. I know you can't see much. That's the point. I can't see much. Yeah, we did make a difference. I understand that. I'm beginning to understand that more and more the more people that talk to me about it, and the difference it made on that night. Just having the ability to go live that night was huge. It could have been anyone, but it happened to be me, and I happened to be able to speak to a lot of people. But as you see, that's camp back down there. I'm just discovering the jacket that I thought was a winter jacket really isn't. So yeah, Lindsay said, I told you so. But for all those people that were saying about the money that's coming in and that it's for me, I keep not wanting to spend any of the money that's for winterizing on myself. Lindsay forces me to be included. Let's wander down and see these people.
Alright.
Mini Wachoni! We're going to go down sideways. Woohoo! Or we're going to go down face first, one of the two. Woohoo! As you can hear, even though this is a white-out blizzard right now, people are still stood here. Are you coming too, Lindsay? I'm going to video Lindsay falling down a hill. Try go sideways. Woohoo! Nearly got it. I knew. Lindsay, look. Go this way. Because you get grip. Lindsay's trying to fall on her face. Go sideways. My connection's getting weak. We nearly made it to land zero, down ground zero. Woo, it's pretty icy. This is icy right here. I love this sign, it's Veterans Against Collusion. Huh?
Say whatever you want, but it's really just collusion. That's the main problem.
Yeah, indeed. You don't... You'll see. Afternoon, guys. How are you?
How are you?
Doing well. Where have you come from?
What?
Where did you come from?
New Mexico.
Are you happy to talk on camera at all? We're live streaming.
No, I don't mind.
So you said you came from New Mexico. Are you happy to share your name?
Yes, my name is Toby Montoya. We came from the New Mexico group of, and we're 90% of natives. We have Pueblo, we have Navajo Nation, Apache Nation. We all came here to support the Sioux Nation, and all our tribes and Pueblos. Water is taught to us that it is sacred, and Mother Earth is sacred. So.
And are you a veteran yourself?
I am a veteran.
Okay. And do you mind saying kind of a little bit about where you served or anything like that?
I served in Iraq and Afghanistan. I was wounded in Afghanistan, but I was drawn here for a bigger purpose, and that was to support the Sioux Nation, and also to let everybody know that I am in a wheelchair. I was wounded, and and I still can make it, and let everybody know that no matter where you're at, you can make a difference by doing the right thing. Indigenous populations all over the world, I welcome you, and I send my love.
Perfect. You know, a lot of people ask, you know, having chosen to serve for the country and to stand up and defend this nation, what is it that made you decide to then come and stand on this side when a lot of law enforcement, National Guard, etc., stood protecting what appears to be protecting the pipeline and profit over actually protecting people? So what made you choose to stand here today versus standing with the people that you were trained to be with?
Because I'm also part native, and my heart and my soul were steadied for standing on the side that's right. So I have to go, but I just wish everybody love and peace, and from my heart to everybody out there, peace.
Thank you, Toby. Show you standing from all different Army, Navy, Marines. I don't want to get in the shot, so I'm trying to stay out of the way here. Telling you you're an inspiration. That's what people are saying. They're thanking you for doing what you're doing, and tell you you're an inspiration for the world right now. No, I keep reminding them that. So Toby asked me to remind you guys this isn't about him. He's here, but anyone could be here and doing what they're doing. It's not about this generation, it's about the future generations. It's about making sure that this planet, these lands, these people are able to live the way they choose. They're also able to follow their beliefs. We're able to protect Mother Earth and not rape Mother Earth, and to make sure that the grandkids and their grandkids have a place to grow up in and a place to enjoy. Joining everyone who's joining. I can't really see how I've got these on, so I'll try and protect my face. Now you're going to see more and more people forming up. Try and walk a little bit more down towards camp so we can see what's coming. I haven't seen people leaving yet. So I'm just walking up to try and look and see. It looks like there's the march is forming up in the distance. I don't know if you're even going to be able to see, but it's going to be coming down this yeah, keep sharing this. You're going to see more and more. They're starting to form up and march this way. I'm going to try and walk up and not lose my service. If I lose my service, I'll go back on the hill and look down from a distance. But I also don't want to be in the way. Are they coming down now, Ben? Oh, yeah. Okay. As you're just going to see, there is a march coming this way right now. I'm just going to stand up on the side of the road, I think, where I've got some connection and signal. And just wait for them to come past. So, you know, the other day when everyone was talking about this storm, one of the elders spoke to me and told me this snow is a blessing. This snow is a blessing sent by Creator. It's here to purify. It's here to cleanse the land. So they always see that everything that happens is a blessing. Everything that happens for a reason. Everything that happens. So I'm just trying to clean the camera lens, but it's not really working very well. So if this is fuzzy, I apologize. I do know about Flint, and this is just the beginning, people. This is just the beginning. There are many, many places all over this country that need to be looked at, that need to have people stand up and say no more. So good afternoon, everyone who's just joining. This is the Veterans March, live from Standing Rock. This war is not won. Yesterday was a victory. However, Energy Transfer Partners have spoke about how they're going to continue anyway. How the wording in the Army Corps statement is not strong legal wording. So, right now, what this is about isn't about this. What it is about right now, this is about the veterans. This is about the people. This is about the people who have decided to come and stand with Standing Rock. The veterans standing with Standing Rock. This is the beginning of a better future for our children. You are right. This is just the beginning though. Please share this when you're coming in. Give the veterans the respect of sharing this. Because I know the cold can suddenly become poor. I have a weak connection. I'm sorry if I'm losing. Fail. Just trying to get to a slightly better wireless point, guys. So if you watch me right now and you're seeing snow, that's just me falling on my face. Alright. We're back, guys. Please keep sharing. Give the respect to the veterans by sharing this. They're putting a lot on the line here by choosing to stand. Generations, all relations. Look at all the different flags. horrible. I've come onto a bit of higher ground to try and get this. Sorry I lost the picture with you guys. Please keep sharing those coming in right now. This is the Veterans March. Prayer. As you can see, we're in a blizzard right now. This wind is whipping in. Snow's whipping in, and these guys and girls, these men and women, they're standing there in these conditions, having come from all across the country to stand in solidarity with Standing Rock, to stand and protect the peaceful, unarmed water protectors who were brutalised many times, specifically the night of Sunday, November 20th, Monday, November 21st. They're gathering for prayer. Yeah, I'm trying to breathe. I tried to run up an icy hill. It wasn't very pretty. I can't block trolls, just ignore trolls. I'm not going to do anything. But this wind is brutal right now. I'm trying to allow you guys to see. I can barely see my own phone screen right now because it's so covered in snow. All I've got is gloves to clean the camera lens, and it's just concentrating on what's happening here. I know it's choppy, I know it's a weak connection. I'm sure my phone is not always my phone. About camp, there's composting at camp, there's big containers at camp that are picked up and disposed of the waste in a proper manner, there's recycling at camp, there's also many porta potties at camp as well. So once again I appreciate the questions, because of course taking care of the land is important. That's exactly why we're all here. Exactly why we're here. To look after the land, to look after this nation. To come together in unity, in peace, to spread love, to help start, catalyse a new world, a place where the grandchildren can have kids. I know they'll be able to drink clean water, they'll be able to fish in the rivers, they'll be able to follow their way of life no matter what their belief system is. They're going to be marching back towards camp. I'm going to try and walk alongside them on an icy hill and show you. So if you see this suddenly go, it's me falling down the hill. bumpy. I know the connection's weak. I apologise for everything. It's just be respectful. Share this when you come in. These are people who I spoke earlier with the gentleman Tony, who's in a wheelchair, who was injured whilst protecting this country, and today he's here to stand up for his people, his nation, and make sure that his kids, their kids' kids can have a beautiful planet. I've heard many things about the drilling at this time. It's not time to talk about this on this feed. This is about the veterans. I'm running in about, I don't know, 1.5 foot of snow and ice. So I know this is choppy, I apologise. I know it's bouncy, but at least you're able to be here, stand in prayer, in love, in unity with these veterans right now, and show your support at home. Meditate, send love, send protection. Continue to call the banks, pull the money out of the banks. Continue to let energy transfer partners know they're not the people to invest with. If you invest in things like that, the people will speak, the people will remove their money, and together, peacefully, in unity, we will be able to make this world the pristine, beautiful place it's meant to be, where everyone is connected in love, where everything's shared with understanding and unity, where there is no need for hatred, because everyone lives from their heart and reaches out to the people from their heart and realizes what they do to one another, they do to themselves. What they do to the earth, they do to themselves. That's what we do. Oh, you don't want to see me on skis, people. I'm British. I once went skiing on the baby slope, was passed by 5-year-olds and went backwards through the safety fence. It wasn't pretty, so skis would be very bad. I promised you guys I'd be back when I could be back. I promised you guys I'd continue to share. That's what I'm doing. I wanted to be here for this. Now listen quietly and see if you can hear the prayers they're singing. Come on, there should be 1,800 people sharing this. If you're joining right now, just share it, please. Out of respect. This is not a decision these people take lightly, because they used to stand on the other side and protect this land. As many of them have been wounded, many of them have lost friends and comrades, many of them seen huge atrocities. Because of the way they saw the peaceful water protectors being treated here, they've chosen to step to the other side and stand and support the water protectors, indigenous nations, the over 400 nations that have got together here. This is history in the making you are watching right now. Come on guys, let's get this to 10,000 people watching. Tag some people you know. Tag Bernie Sanders. You guys can all go to Let Your Soul Play, which is my business page, and you can see ways you can help in many different ways, the different places that you can call and email, the different fundraisers that you can support. You can find more out about who I am, so when people are questioning me, you can see who I truly am. Whoa! Sorry, that was me interrupting my own broadcast. So, I'm just trying to go down the hill, so if we lose the connection, guys, apologise, but please keep sharing this. There's 2,100 of you. If you'll share this, we can have 100,000 people watching with respect for these veterans. Understand this isn't a decision that any of these take lightly, because they stood on the other side for the rest of their life. They dedicated and put their lives on the line. Okay guys, I might lose it completely, but I'm getting down off this hill. I can't climb through this snow any longer. Please keep sharing, give the respect to these and the honour to these veterans that they deserve. I'm just going to try and stand as they come past, and you're just going to see all nations, all generations, all relations in unity, standing up for what they believe in. Dear human, I love you always.
Keep up the good work.
See a sign for the military veterans here. United States Navy, United States Marine Corps, States Coast, United Guards, and the US Army. Everyone's standing for all nations, all relations, all generations in unity and peace. Oh. Thank you. Thank you. It's not about me, but thank you. So we're going to try and head back into camp. I'm walking alongside now. They did march from the bridge, they're now marching back. As you can see, finally there are actually some TV cameras here. But you gotta ask yourself why? Why so long? Why so long for the mainstream to come, and what are they telling? Trying to keep the connection. As you're coming in, please share this.
Veterans, stand down. If they're blocking our way, respect them. Back it up, vets. You got orders. Go.
Alright. So bad. Veterans for peace. As you can see, more and more are joining this march. They're calling the pipe carriers to the front. Right here you'll see, excuse me, it's a US Army Iraq War veteran, Afghanistan veteran, now standing up and making sure that this land is protected is what was stood up for in the first place. Only now to do that, is step into the other side, to make sure that profit and big oil aren't put over people, to make sure that peaceful people aren't brutalized. See all the different flags. Definitely trying to.
There it is. Hardest flag is
It means literally all down your belly.
yeah. Sector 5.
Out here they don't do this lightly. This weather is brutal right now. And still they're standing. Exactly why they came here. To show the unity. To show the new way forward. So that the people can come together no matter what their beliefs, no matter where they come from. No matter which generation, no matter which nation, no matter which relation. No matter how much money or how little money they have. No matter what they've done in the past. You can all choose to come together, to stand. To make sure this earth is protected, to make sure this pipeline does not go through these sacred lands, to make sure sacred lands are not stolen, to make sure people can live their beliefs in peace. Hey, yeah, it's brutal out here, guys. Glad to see you. Still streaming, Lindsay? Oh, your video.
I
Lovely.
just do video.
Perfect. Your husband is with us by watching this, by praying at home. Not everyone can make it here, not everyone's able to. There's people who have passed. See the horses. Soon. See. You can talk. It doesn't matter how good this picture is. You can hear my voice. I'll tell you what's happening. I'm going to walk alongside this as long as I can, and then I'll run back up that hill. Woo! The US Army, no dapple. Woo! Gathered up, prayed, walking back towards the bridge again.
So we had with the native veterans meet first for prayer. And then come back and get the US branch veterans.
Okay guys, so what you saw when you came in from the start, and I wasn't aware and I apologise. Initially it was the native veterans forming up for prayer, completing the prayer, and now they've gone back and they've met the military veterans. And now everyone's marching in unity back towards the blockade on 1806, the night of the 20th of November, Monday the 21st of November, where those atrocities happened, which mobilised these veterans to come and stand and protect the peaceful, unarmed border protectors who were brutalised that night.
Welcome back, Kevin.
Hey guys, glad to be back. It's a special moment in history. If you're joining just now, please share this. Understand that all these veterans don't take this lightly, because they once stood on the opposite side, and now they stand with the border protectors standing up for this nation, these lands, and saying no to profit and big oil over people, saying no to militarized police force being used against peaceful unarmed protectors, saying no to the native way of life, being downtrodden, for people being treated differently for their beliefs, colour of their skin. This is all nations, it's all generations. Woo! All relations. It's not about me, it just was in the right place at the right time. That's all it is. Thank you. Okay to video the horse. Okay to live stream the horse. Thank you. Lakota, they treat horses with the same respect as people. They are sacred. Right now, as you know, I leave reception, so I'm heading back up the hill, try and keep the reception. Right now you're watching History in Motion. This is the US veterans joining the native veterans, some military veterans. You are going to see hundreds, no not hundreds, thousands of people who have stood to protect this country, now marching in solidarity. It's the journey of a true patriot to protect their country from the tyranny of the government of their own country. Just relaying what I heard. These are heroes, you are right, these are all heroes. Many of these have lost friends, some of these have been put in wheelchairs. They're here in blizzard conditions right now, standing with the peaceful, unarmed prayerful water protectors who were brutalized on November 20th, November 21st, where Vanessa Suzy has got a 5% chance of ever seeing anything out of her eye, where Sophia Walensky nearly had her arm completely blown off and right now it hangs as a dead limb at her side. I do have some good news. She is now eating without a feeding tube. She did go up 4 steps with physiotherapy and she's starting to regain who she is. And I wanted to share a message from her that said this isn't over, because although that statement was put out, every stage of the way, DAPL have continued, Energy Transfer Partners have continued to drill, continued to work despite what the the Army Corps has said. So Sophia said as well she was happy and celebrating yesterday. She wanted to be cautious and she wished she could be here today. So Sophia, if you are watching this from your hospital, you are with us in spirit. Suzy, we know you're here in spirit. And all the other people, Israel, who was shot in the head that night, had his head split open, who's still having headaches, still having fuzziness. To all the people who were suffering with mystery coughs for weeks and weeks, for all the people with tear gas that night, for all the people that were brutalized with the water cannons and caught hypothermia, for all of you, you stand today. These people are here for you. These people are here for the future generations, to make sure that this doesn't happen, to make sure that we go forward as unity, as peace, no matter where we're from, no matter what we believe in. You'll see more and more people forming, coming. I'm going to try and get to a higher vantage point so I don't lose my feed. Just bear with me as I run up this hill, guys. I know you're just seeing a hill, but if you're just joining, what you first saw was the native veterans marching ahead, doing a prayer for protection, for peace, for unity, and then they were joining up with the US military veteran and marching back to the bridge. See? And they're marching to the bridge. Hey puppy, I'm going to join them now. We're all the truth, that's why we're here. We will stand with the truth, peace, unity. This hill is now ice. If you see me fall on my face, you'll know what happened. It's like you're fine. Okay, I think I'm back at the same post I was at that night of November. I stood where I was on November 20th, November 21st, when the brutality against peaceful, unarmed water protectors was witnessed by literally millions of people across the globe. There are people whose lives will never be the same. I'm sorry guys, I can't talk about that night without struggling to hold it together, because the things I saw that night, they will be with me for the rest of my life. Because you know, that night it was more like being at war. But the problem was, one side was peaceful, unarmed, and being brutalized by the very people who were supposed to protect and serve. So this is what's brought these veterans here today, to say no more and stand and protect the water protectors. To say no more brutalizing peaceful people standing up for what they believe in. No more. No more. I'm going to stand here as long as I can, guys, but right now, literally, this is brutal, brutal, brutal conditions. Yeah, this is right, that yesterday's announcement is being ignored by Energy Transfer Partners, as they've ignored all the other announcements that came before. Lawyers have spoke how that announcement has very weak language. Corey Hess, I love you, thank you for the work you did with my poetry CD. You're going to be known across the world, brother. I promise you that. So those just joining, this is the Veterans March. We're the same place where on the night of the 20th of November and 21st of November, early in the morning, over 200 water protectors had to seek medical attention from being brutalized by the militarized police force. Over 12 people went for extra treatment in the emergency rooms. At least 2 people I know of lives will never be the same again. Sophia Walensky has nearly lost her right arm. It hangs uselessly at her side with no feeling. And Susie Vanessa has a 5% chance of seeing light in one of her eyes again. All for standing up for what they believe in. Peacefully, unarmed. So share this, guys. Show what's happening. Show how these veterans who once stood to fight and protect this soil have seen what's going on with the government and have stepped to the other side to say they can no longer, in good conscience, stand with the same people that are brutalizing unarmed water protectors. That they're going overseas and they're not fighting to protect the land, they're fighting over oil. I told you before about the Gold Star grandmother whose son, a day after his 23rd birthday, was given instructions in Afghanistan with 4 of his friends to open up a gravel road so tankers could get from the refinery. It was the last thing those 5 people ever did. 23 years old, and one day he lost his life protecting big oil. I believe his mum is here today somewhere. Go sideways, brother, it's easier. You're watching history right now. No, right now, there's no one on the other side that I can see. Shoot. Anyone have a spare hand? Can you help me with something, brother? What do you need? Can you plug? No, can you plug? And then the other end to my phone. Sorry guys, I'm losing my battery. That's amazing, it's how the cold is. Sweet, thank you. Just going to check something, guys. I'll be back in a... Just checking my battery pack was on, guys. It is so we can continue going. This is close to 4 batteries. Whether I can stand out here with 4 batteries is a different question. We shall see. Sorry guys, it's really hot out here. No, they stood this side of the bridge. They're standing in peace and unity. Okay, well thanks for letting me know that. Apparently, the police are just the other side of the other side of the ridge that we can't see right now. That's fine. They're going to stay there. We know that. But right now, this isn't about them, this is about the veterans. post saying they fired the chief of police. If someone has it, if someone has anything factual that they can share on that, please send that to my business page. Let Your Soul Play. Let Your Soul Play. You'll find it on my profile. Send it there, and my assistant will check that out. Thank you. You invited me to watch my live stream, thank you. CNN are running every story but this one. Very interesting, I'm sure they are. I tell you what, there's a bunch of camera vans parked way up by the van. You know what you can see standing out here in the blizzard on this hill? I don't see a bunch of big camera crews reporting on this right now. I could be wrong, but I'm not seeing. Have you guys seen any of the big camera crews out here reporting this in the blizzard? No. No. So those of you just joining, these are the veterans. Initially you saw the native veterans form and do a prayer march for protection and for peace. They then walked back and joined the military veterans. Yeah, there is an accident, I'm aware of that, 13 miles south of the camp, so people can't get here right now. I understand that. MSNBC just covered. Perfect. This wind right now and this blizzard is brutal. Unicorn Riot have been here since the start. Unicorn Riot are amazing. You guys should follow them. They're not mainstream media. They're truth media. They stand at the front line, both here and at Mississippi Stand and many other places. They were in fact in Minneapolis when I was taking a break, and my break turned up me going to Wells Fargo to film what was going on there too. So if you guys have money in those big banks, please go ahead and take it out. We the people are more powerful than MSNBC and CNN, because you guys can spread this to everybody and show what's really happening right now. There's a press conference going on right now. Yeah, I heard about that. I'm sure that that'll be covered. I want to cover this. Now guys, what I'm going to do, I am going to end this broadcast. I'm going to head back to camp because I'm literally, my fingers are freezing and I'm still getting over my infection. I need to go and warm up. Everyone who's watched this so far, please share it. I'm going to head back to camp, guys. Thanks guys, please keep sharing this one. This goes. I'm going back to camp to warm up. I love you guys, please share it, please. Thank you. If you're joining, this is the Veterans March. Initially you looked at the Native American